Macaroni. Sam, get your ass out of here, man. You ain't even washed your hands, man. Get out of here.
All right, man.
Alright. Oh, so here I'm trying to hook up the Bakety macaroni. And the reason why I always break it macaroni is because this is for real players, real pimps eat on this macaroni. This ain't for no soft hacks or coffees. This is for real players, you know what I'm saying? So what I do, I try to make it simple on myself. You see, with your Kraft macaronis and cheese, they all come with a sauce. The reason why they come with the sauce is because the sauce, you know, bonds and cooks evenly with the pasta. So I go ahead and I melt up my own sauce, you see, usually with milk and butter. But when I start off with about a cup of onion, chopped onion. Chop up the onion, you throw the onion in the skillet with some butter. And then with the butter, you just kind of melt it and soften up the onions so they get a little bit of that, what they call it, caramelized. And so once they get nice and caramelized, then you go in and you throw your cheese and your milk and your butter until you get a nice gooey sauce like so. And then you can put a little bit of seasoning on there. And then with the seasoning, it's just all blended and cooking into the sauce. You let that kind of simmer for maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes till it gets this kind of, you don't want it too lumpy, you don't want it too wild. So once you got all that, and you've done the easy thing of just boiling up some pasta, you take some breadcrumbs. And you put the breadcrumbs into a nice hot buttery skillet. There you go. And you really ain't even got to have them on too hot. See, I've already had this on, you know, for a minute getting hot as it is. So I takes that, and you just kind of brown up the breadcrumbs. Just toast them a little bit with a little bit of butter in the skillet. Now, what does the breadcrumbs do? Breadcrumbs are just there to make it a nice little edge, a little crust to the macaroni. That's what I like. So this is how I produce that. With a little toasted breadcrumb, I throw that in the bottom. Not too much, just enough to sheet it up. Maybe a little bit more. Just a little bit of butter. A bit more beer. Hey man. And
tell them how it's best to use those Italian breadcrumbs. The bread makes a difference.
Well, there are a lot of different breadcrumbs out there, right? So let's say you want to make something with like some regular breadcrumbs or something like that. You know, it depends on what you're cooking. The reason why I use these Italian breadcrumbs, I'm not going to give you the name, of course, just Italian breadcrumbs. Whopper breadcrumbs is basically what they are. But the reason why I use those Dago crumbs is because they already have the rosemary and the thyme already, you know, in the recipe. So since I'm using thyme flavor type of seasonings in the macaroni recipe, it's like, you know, no brainer. Just use some nice Italian herb breadcrumbs. So you throw that on in there, so you got a nice little bottom sheet of crust. Like I said, so now, with the bottom sheet of crust, you throw on the pasta.
You do need y'all because y'all is the catalyst to your team. Don't you know? I make you run around.
Yeah, that's a little ghetto for y'all. I just threw that right on in. Now,
you got macaroni burning on the stove.
Macaroni burning in the stove, but you know. We're the garage game. We don't sit up here and get.
Hey, wait, hold on. That tastes pretty good, man.
Here's a little sunflower
side.
There you go. I get all this type of stuff. Nothing goes to waste with the Garage Gang Shake and Bake Show, baby. Nothing goes to waste. So now, I got that out of the way. I got the pasta in here.
It's hard to stop that. I play 22 seconds of big beat. You bail yourself
Got
out.
a nice little evenness around here. This is just going to be a short pasta, you know.
I'll be happy you
A little something for everybody to get a little bit.
It's hard to score against that.
Then,
hold up.
Step to the side when you're doing it.
and here we go with the cheese sauce. Much of that. Now, what the cheese sauce is really made out of, the secret to it, I tell y'all, is the sharpest white cheddar you can find. Some people like that Tillamook. Some people like that, what they call it, Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're into, go ahead, but you just need to find usually some type of white Vermont cheddar that's extra sharp. And so when you take that extra sharpness from it, you go ahead and you get that in. Now, the last and most important part to this